Okay, we will continue Chiru Sajja Kamathana. So that's a Samutha Bika, Burima Dana, Samuriya Sajja. So now I talk about Karma. So Karma is formed because of Avijja and Tanha. So when the Arhantas eradicated all of the kilesas, all of the Avijja, all of stages of degrees of all levels of the Tanha, whatever they have done, they have performed a good deeds. Those deeds or those actions cannot be transformed into the karma. Now we have karmas, whatever we do. There are two kinds of karmas, sahajara karma, nanakrika karma. Okay, I don't go into the detail. So what I mean is the karma is kusala karma, akusala karmas. So in the other days, as I have explained many times, so we do the kusala karma or agusala karma, it is because of craving tanha. So this tanha produce, make us to form, make actions to form into karma. So because of this past karma we have done in the one of the lives, now we have done a kusala karma, as a result we are born as a human beings. We got this life. We got these 5 aggregates. Sati is also one of those 5 aggregates. Sati is included in the Sankhara Khanda. So this sati also can be said the result of the kusala karma. So this sati, this sati included in these 5 aggregates, also result of the past karma, kusala karmas. This past kusala karma also made by tanha or craving. Because of this, in the commentary, it is said, Tassa samutha bika purima tanha samuriya sajja. So when you are practicing inside meditation, like in breathing or breathing, you come to understand dukkha. Dukkha sajja. How do you understand the dukkha sajja? Dukkha sajja is understood as a nama and rupa. In the commentary, only emphasize sati, mindfulness. But sati also now separately rise, which is associated with the other mental properties, consciousness. So this sati and together with consciousness and other mental properties and the rupas, where this sati and other mental properties, consciousness depend on, are taken to be rupa. So nama rupa, the yogi understands. Not just only see the in breathing or breathing, When you are practicing inside meditation, you just know only the in breathing or breathing. It is no vipassana, Like, in the Mahavaka commentary also it is said, the Buddha said, walking, when you walk, you make mental note, walking. When you get up, at that time you make mental note, getting up. When you sit down, at that time you make mental note, sitting. So other people, the people, they may complain. So this walking, sitting, getting up, even the child can know. Even the animals can know. Walking, going, coming, sitting, getting up. But the commentator explains, even though they can know that, like animals, other, the children can understand walking, going, getting up, but the way they know is, it is not like in the vipassana. They just know it, but even though they are trying to know, but sometimes many, disturbances arise in their mind. They could not pay attention to this walking, going, the permanently, continuously. But according to the Vipassana meditation, they could not know this is a Nama, this is a Rupa. So Vipassana, level of the Vipassana Jnana is, okay, start with the going, coming, waking up, stretching the hand. But so why the yogi practicing like this? He understands, he distinguishes, this is a Nama, this is a Rupa. This Nama and Rupa, they work together. So this is no I, this is no you. It is a cause and effect. Like, when you walk, at that time, before you walk, you have intention, I will walk. Then, your legs walk. And then when you are walking, this walking also made by many, the actions of the many, like rupas. Like the first, Vayodhatu rises, this Vayodhatu disappears. This Vayodhatu, has conditions for another Vayodhatu. So another Vayodhatu also disappears. So many process of the Vayodhatus work together, then it comes into shape of walking. So when you walk at time also, the yogi understands the man before he walks is different the man who is walking. It is not the same person. According to ordinary people understand, so this is the same one. The man who, before he walks, also the same man who walks now. The man who, before he eats, also the man who is eating now. It is not the same. So, things, mind and matter is every second disappearing. Now, when you are walking, the first, at the step, before you take the first step, at the time, Vayodhatu, it moves. Vayodhatu rises because of mind. That Vayodhatu we call the Chirija Vayodhatu. This Vayodhatu produces another Vayodhatu when it disappears. That Vayodhatu also disappears again, it produces another Vayodhatu. So things are separately come and go. If the way someone understands is this is an insight meditation. Not just walking, not just knowing the walking is not enough. Like similarly also, when we practice insight meditation in the Anapana, okay, in breathing, out breathing, in breathing, out breathing, just to know is just a very, very basic level. So, okay, the second level is we come to know, this is Vayodhatu. So this Vayodhatu also, it is not your imagination, You have imagination, I have Vayodhatu, and this might be Vayodhatu. If you imagine like this, it is no real Vipassana Jnana. When you are practicing, your task is you are aware of in breathing, out breathing, but the understanding becomes deeper and deeper. Like, this is Vayodhatu. You don't take this one, I'm taking breathe. When you realize Vayodhatu, at the moment, the perception, the concept that I'm taking the breath disappears. So this development also made by yogi, slowly, comprehending the nature of those forms, those rupas. So what he is doing at the moment is taking breath. But what he understands is behind the breathing. He understands Vayodhatu, this is a rupa. This Vayodhatu is known by the mind. The mind which knows Vayodhatu is mentality or consciousness. Consciousness is nama. Like when you see, visible objects, which sees a visible object? I consciousness or I? So basically, you will say I consciousness. Actually, the combination of the I consciousness I make us to see. Without I consciousness alone cannot see. Without I consciousness, I alone cannot see. So this is a pichya. Because of light, because of attention, there is light, there is attention, there is visible object, there is I consciousness. They work together. In this way, there will be seeing. So this seeing is just pichya matter, just cause and effect. Between this Pajya and Pajyopana, there is no one who sees. There is no one who is seen. It is just Nama and Rupa. If we see like this, we are not clinging to the Nama and Rupa. We are not clinging to the, we cannot have the Tanha and Deity. When the Tanha Deity rises, where are they attached? They are attached to the man and woman, If there is no concept of man or woman, there is no place to be attached. So to remove the concept of the man and woman, to remove the concept of the mind or I, it is extremely important to understand just Nama and Rupa. To understand the Nama and Rupa is the beginning of insight meditation. Usually we, practice, like Anapana meditation. Maybe 4 minutes later, 5 minutes later, we fall asleep, Because our city is so strong. After 2 or 3 minutes, it is like, the sleeping tablet we are eating, sleeping pill. So I think it is difficult to even, to be aware of this. Nama and Rupa, still difficult. So in breathing out breathing is just breathing. Based on this in breathing out breathing, what the yogi understands is Nama and Rupa. So by understanding the Nama and Rupa, there is no concept that I take breath, you take breath, man takes breath, woman takes breath. This concept is also eradicated. So it is very, like a logical method, So now, now, Tassa Samutta Biga Puripantana Samudaya Sajja. Now we understand that. Sati is Dukkha Sajja. Sati in other mentality, materiality is Dukkha Sajja. Purimatana is Samudaya Sajja. Now the next one is Ubaina Abhuddhi Nirodha Satya. Cessation of the Tanha, cessation of khandhas is Nirodha Satya. Now how about the Mega Satya is Dukkha Prijnana. So prajna. So in the commentary also later you will see. So here is Dukkha Prijnana is a prajna. Prajna means a full understanding. So full understanding is prajna. Pahana, we have already known. What is the meaning of pahana? Huh? Abandonment. Okay. eradication, abandoning. Dukkha Prijanano Samudaya Bhajahano. Nirodha Ramano means Sachikarana. Sachikarana is a realization. So realization is Sachikarana. Bhavana is development of Bhavitaba. So for this noble truths, they have their own tasks. So prajna is for the dukkha satya. You have to understand fully dukkha satya. So dukkha satya is not to remove. So we don't want to have the dukkha satya, but you cannot kill yourself. But even though you kill yourself, you will be born again in the next life. The dukkha satya cannot be removed. So what we have to remove is samudaya satya, tanha. So now here is tanha is a tassa samutta bhiga purima tanha. Okay? So we cannot remove purima tanha. It's already appeared, already disappeared. So tanha we have to remove is now in this life also we have tanha, right? This tanha is the same nature with the tanha in the past lives. So to kill this tanha, to remove this tanha in this life is similar to to remove the tanha in the previous countless sansaras. They have a similar nature, but we could not experience, we could not know the previous tanha, the tanha in the previous life, why it is, the producing the karmas. That tanha we could not take object. Because it is a long ago. I don't know what kind of karma make us to be born in this human life. Because we have a lot of kusala karma and akusala karmas. One of the kusala karma lead us to be born in this life. So only the Buddha can understand, can know. So which karma, the monks and you are born into a human being in this life. It is because of you are which karma. It's only the Buddha knows. No one can understand. But what we are sure is this human life is the result of kusala karma. This kusala karma also we made in the past life. But in which past life we made, I don't know. But it is sure before we are born, we did this, kusala karma in one of the previous lives. Maybe next to the previous life or near previous life or far away previous life or distant previous life, I don't know. But what we are sure that this life is God because of kusala karma. This kusala karma also accumulated because of tanha. The purima tanha. So at the time, what kind of tanha, what kind of aspiration we had, we don't know. But this tanha in the past life, the tanha in the past life, now the tanha, the craving in this life, they have similar nature. So by removing this tanha in this life, it means we also have removed all of the tanhas. Because the tanha also one of the anusayas. It is a latent. Anusaya kilesa is a very powerful kilesa to change into becomes anusaya, thamma gata kilesa. One of them is a tanha. This tanha is anusaya kilesa. So because of this tanha we have done kusala karma, now we are born in this life. That tanha now we are seeing, we are experiencing is the same as the tanha in the past life. So because of this, tassa samutta bhiga purima tanha, even though tassa samutta bhiga previous tanha directly, even though he says, but all of the tanhas can be taken as samudaya satya. Now, dukkha parijanano, samudaya pajahano. You need to understand only dukkha satya. No need to remove, no need to abandon. Our khanda, our 5 aggregates, now we have except the tanha. This, rupa, this vedana khanda, sanya khanda cannot be abandoned, cannot be removed. Samudaya pajahano, nirodha ramano. Nirodha ramano also 2 levels. So for the meditation practitioners who started to practice inside meditation, he is not Ariya, Puthojana. He is developing inside meditation. For him, he could not see the Nibbana. For him, what he can do is, Nibbana is the best. It is good to go to the Nibbana. Just aspiration to get the Nibbana, to attain Nibbana is okay for him. He cannot take Nibbana as its object. So he just inclined. He just have inclination to get the Nibbana. But because he just have inclination Nibbana, all the time he is, I want to go to the Nibbana, I want to go to the Nibbana, not like this. If you have too much, the aspiration for the Nibbana, okay, you just have inclination or desire to have Nibbana, to attain the Nibbana, is enough. Otherwise, if you want to have Nibbana, because we could not see the Nibbana, we have never seen the Nibbana, it is sure. Otherwise, I cannot see you, you cannot see me. We cannot wander in the samsara. So we have never seen the Nibbana. So if someone imagines what is the Nibbana, he will imagine according to his own experience. A Nibbana will be cool like a Arctic place. Nibbana will be beautiful like a Himalaya mountains, for example. Nibbana will be very happy like a Shangri-La or something like this. They might have imaginations. Such imagination they might be attached to. Because the Nibbana, we never experienced the Nibbana. So we could not take with our own mind. So because of this, so in the commentaries also, just inclination we have. This is a ijjasaya. So we need to have the ijjasaya. Ijjasaya means to have inclination for the Nibbana. Now for the Mega Jnana, for the Mega Jnana also, we have never had, like, for example, real Mega Jnana, we never had. Lokuttara Megas. Lokuttara Mega also, we have inclination, I want to have Lokuttara Megas. Noble Eightfold Path, I want to have, it is okay enough. So, after keeping such an inclination in our mind, what we have to do is to understand the dukkha satya. But in the Vipassana Jnana, now in the morning time also, I have written one, the technical term is Pubbha Bhaga Mega. Pubbha Bhaga Mega is also Megangas. But no Lokuttara Megangas, Logiya Megangas. So according to Vipassana meditation practitioners, they can develop Mega Satya. But no real Lokuttara Mega Satya, Logiya Mega Satya, they can develop. Logiya Mega Satya, they can develop. No Lokuttara Mega Satya. So how do they have Logiya Mega Satya? So when you are aware of in breathing and out breathing, at the moment when your concentration deeper and deeper, no further now, you need to develop Vipassana meditation, to develop, the Megangas in the Vipassana Jnana, it needs, it takes a long time, a long time. We need to practice very hard. Now for the time being, we just understand, according to the textual explanations. So like when you are taking, practicing in breathing out breathing, your concentration deeper and deeper. You come to know, oh, this is not mine. This is anicca, dukkha, anatta. They are subject to the change. They are suffering. They are not following our own wish. It is anatta. Anicca lakkhana, anatta dukkha lakkhana, anatta lakkhana. If you understand, it is samadhi. If you really understand three characteristics in breathing object, it is samadhi. The samadhi also, without samasankappa, samadhi cannot rise. The samasankappa is actually, it is a vitakka, According to the vitakka, it is, akotana, it is, taking, mindfulness, taking mind to the object. The vitakka is a very important factor. So vitakka is thinking. This thinking also about the anicca, dukkha, anatta. So this sankappa, it is samasankappa. Samadhi, samasankappa. To see true nature of those dhammas, what we need to have is viriya. This viriya, while you are practicing, at first you might have samadhi, maybe samasankappa. But your effort is loose, weak, then you will fall asleep. So samavayama always you are making, you are making yourself to be strong, to be diligent. You are always making effort to see the true nature of those things. It is a samavayama. So samavayama always samasati, come together samasati. Now samadhi is deep concentration. Without samadhi, we cannot see the object's reality. To see the reality of the dhammas, it is necessary to have samadhi. So now, at the moment when you are seeing the true nature of those dhamma and nama dhamma and rupa dhamma, you have developed 5 megangas: samadhi, samasankappa, samavayama, samasati, samasamadhi. But samavaja, samakamanta, samaajiva, they are called virati chitasikas. So what is virati chitasikas? I think you have learned already. Have you learned virati chitasikas? So virati chitasikas, how many virati chitasikas? Okay, samavaja. So what is samavaja? Good speech. What is a good speech? Abstaining telling lies. Okay? We don't tell lies. We don't use very rough words. Like, the Musa Wada Viramani, Pisuna Waja, Prusa Waja, Sampaplapa Waja. Prusa, very, very, harsh words. Sampaplapa, meaningless words. Pisuna Waja, it means, the words we use to make someone to love more, In this way, he will hate another one. The Pisuna Waja. So like a Musa Wada, Pisuna Waja, Prusa Waja, Sampapalapa Waja, we are abstaining, then it is called Samawaja. What is Samagamanda? Panaripada Viramani, Adena Dana, Viramani, Kamisu Mechachara, Viramani. Okay? So it is, we abstain from killing, stealing, sexual misconduct. So what is Sama Ajiva? Livelihood. Sama Ajiva is livelihood. Good livelihood. What is a good livelihood? Okay, now, this morning, you and they take a precept from the Buddha. And do you have a Viriddi Chidasikas? Okay. Now I will tell you one, story, That is in the one tiger, In some place, at the rainy season, it's a great flood, All of the animals, they go, they run to escape the flood. The one of the tiger is, fortunately, he remains on the rock. So, around the rock there are a lot, the ocean of the water, The whole place, whenever you look at north, east, south, everywhere is water. So, but the tiger alone in the rock. But the tiger thinks, it is good to observe the sila. Because he could not do anything, he could not hunt any deer. It is good. Otherwise, I am hungry, thirsty. So instead of living like this, it is good to observe the 5 precepts. And then, he observed the 5 precepts. Panadipada, Vedamani, Sekabara, Samadhi, Yami. Adina Dana, Vedamani, Sekabara, Samadhi, Yami. Gamisu, Mechajara, Muzawada, Vedamani, Suramiri, and so on. Then, Tiger sits alone with happily, I have sila, I have morality, I am good, he feels very happy. At that time, like the king of the deities, in the Dawa days, he looked at the human world. At that time, he saw the tiger. Oh, it's very strange. This tiger takes the 5 precepts. I should test him whether he really observed the sila or not. Then, the king of the deity, he assumes the appearance of the deer, So this deer automatically appears on the corner or on the edge of the rock. So when the tiger saw the deer, okay, now I have sila, I don't do anything. But, he is hungry, So maybe after 2 or 3 minutes later, he ran after the deer, But he could not reach the deer disappeared. Then again he come back, okay, it is good to have observed, to observe the silas. So Viriddi Chidasika is very interesting, When you have chance to abstain things, at the time you abstain. Like for example, this morning you decide yourself, I will abstain from the telling lies. Okay? Then, the chance arises. You must tell lie, If you don't tell lie, you will be beaten by your mother, For example, that some days ago, that you spend a lot of money, but you don't want to tell the truth. If you tell the truth, then your mother will beat you. Then your mother in that morning, coincidentally, he asks you, how much money did you spend last week? You tell lie. If you don't tell lie, you will beat. If you, the tell lie, your sila will be broken. In such a situation, you abstain from telling lies. It is a viriddi. But normally we observe the 5 precepts, but then no chance to tell lie, no chance to kill. Okay, as long as no chance, we observe our sila. But in our village, some people say, they observe the 8 precepts. Vigala bhojana. Normally, they don't have, there is no one who invites them to the lunch. But on that day, they observe the 8 precepts at the days. Many people come to their house. Okay, do you want to have lunch in my house? The food is very delicious, So such a chance rises at that time. We have the power, capacity to abstain those misconducts. It is called viriddi. So samagamada, when does it samagamada becomes? Okay, now you decide to kill someone. Maybe you like, the beef, for example. You like deer meat. At that time, there is a one, story. There is a one upasaka. His mother is ill. He needs to have, the meat. Without meat, his mother may be very weak, or maybe, it is not sure she will recover or not. But one day he went to the forest, trying to catch rabbit. So he caught the rabbit. Then he thought, because after taking one's life, if I save another's life, it is no good. Then he freed this rabbit. This is a samakamanda virati. Usually the people, we have, not enough money. So at that time also, you and the saw some, the bag of a lot of money, maybe $10,000, $20,000 a bag. The owner of this, the money, he doesn't, or he or she is not aware, or I'm, dropping my money on the road. So this is the best chance that you can take it. But at the moment, we don't take it. We don't steal. It is virati. So virati is, what is the object of the virati jitasikas? It is a viramitabha vuttu. So every jitasikas have their own object. Viramitabha vuttu is, if you are about to kill someone, at that time, that someone is viramitabha vuttu. Viramitabha vuttu means that they should be abstained. A thing or person that should be abstained is called viramitabha vuttu. What is a viramitabha vuttu? Thing or person that should be abstained. So, like you are just about to kill someone, at the moment you don't kill it. That person is called viramitabha vuttu. For example, when you are going to tell lie, at the moment you don't tell lie. That lying word is viramitabha vuttu. The viramitabha vuttu is the object of virati jitasikas, sama vaja, sama kamanda, sama ajiva. So what is sama ajiva? Sama ajiva is a good livelihood. Like some people, they search the money. Their livelihood is to kill the fish. For example, fishermen, their livelihood is to kill. But the killing is connected to their livelihood living. So such a killing is avoided. It is called sama ajiva. Some lawyers, some people, their livelihood, their job is to tell lie. If they tell lie, they will have a lot of money. Like some lawyers, for example. The lawyers, they are supposed to tell lie. They could not tell truth. If they tell truth, they don't have money. Their livelihood is telling lie. So at that time, if they don't tell lie, they will not have money. Okay, my livelihood is, they may be bad, may be difficult, but I don't tell lie. If you avoid like this, it is sama ajiva. So sama ajiva means avoiding the misconduct which connects to the livelihood. Do you understand what I mean? Like some people's life, the job is to steal. Without stealing, they don't have money. Their livelihood, some people, there are two kinds of persons. Some people, they steal, but it is not for livelihood. Because they just want to steal, they steal. Even though they don't steal, they can sustain their life. Some people, they kill someone or something, but even though they don't kill, it is okay. It doesn't affect their livelihood. But for some people, their livelihood is connected to the killing. Like, fishermen, So those fishermen, they kill, the fish every day. Otherwise, their livelihood will be difficult. So, this panaribhata and so on, connected to the livelihood. At the time, you abstain from those killing and so on. It is called Samma Ajiva. For example, some people nowadays, they sell the weapons, for example. The weapons are connected to the killing. If they don't sell the weapons, their livelihood will be difficult. At that time, they don't sell weapons. They give up selling the weapons. At that time, they have Samma Ajiva. So Samma Ajiva is concentrated on the livelihood. So Samma Vaja, Samma Kamanta, Samma Ajiva. These three Viriddi Citasikas are directly cannot rise at the moment of insight meditation practice. Okay, do you understand? Okay, now before you practice insight meditation, you have observed the silas. This sila also maybe we can take direct. This is also Viriddi, indirectly Viriddi Citasikas, not directly, because Viriddi Citasikas take. They are as their object. What is their object? What do you mean about what? What is the object of the Vipassana Jnana? Sankhara Dhammas. But when the Mega Jnana arises, these Viriddhis rise together. Because at that time, Viriddi Citasikas, they take Nibbana as their own object. So this point also a little difficult to understand. Anyway, so why someone is developing the insight meditation in the Logiya Megas, also he can develop. Why he, attains some level of the Vipassana Jnana, like a Samasana Jnana, Uriyabhya Jnana, Bhenga Jnana. At that time, they have already developed Noble Eightfold Path. This Noble Eightfold Path is not Lokuttara, it is Logiya and Mande, not Supramande. So here, okay, now I have already removed. Okay, what the commentary said is Dukkha Prijanano, Samudaya Pajahano, Nirodha Ramano, Ariya Mego, Mega Sajan. This refers to the Lokuttara Megas, when this Mega Saja takes the Nibbana as object. So in this way we have, it is very important to know there are two kinds of the Megas, Pubbā Bhāga Mega and Logiya Mega. To get the Pubbā Bhāga Mega, we have to develop Chatusajja Kammatthana. The Chatusajja Kammatthana also nowadays we call it is insight meditation. Chatusajja Kammatthana. So asasa pasasa praikāyika sati, dukkha sajjam, tassa samutthāpika purimattana. I wanted to read that paragraph. So when someone develops Surasajja Kammatthana, he develops, he grows Deity Visuddhi, Kenka Vidadana Visuddhi, starting from the Deity Visuddhi up to the Jnana Dasana Visuddhis. So finally it attains Nibbana. Okay, now we will see our Sabbasava Sutta commentary. So Chaita Chirisike Dhamma Ime Chattara Arupa Khanda Adi Vavatabedi. Okay? So Vavatabedi determines means that he understands at the time, this is a Nama, this is a Rupa, you are not reciting, While you are practicing meditation, you automatically, when you are concentration deeper and deeper, you and the determines, you distinguish, you understand, The dog ime benjakana dokhani wawatabedi. Tipana senke pato namenja rubenjadi, dwe baga yewa, hondi, baga, pass. There are only two parts. Briefly, nama and rupa. The benjakanda, this benjakanda, summarize it. When you summarize benjakanda, it is only two parts. Nama and rupa. Idenja nama rupam sahetu sabbejaya obejati. Just to know nama rupa is not enough. You must know their cause. Idenja nama rupam sahetu sabbejayam obejati. This nama rupa rises together with causes, together with the roots. Without root, without cause, this nama rupa cannot rise. Tassa ayam hedu ayam bijayodi. Avaija bhavatana gamma haradike. Hedu baji wavutabedi. Tassa ayam hedu. Tassa ayam bijayo. This is its cause. This is its the root. He determines the causes. Vavutabedi is a verb. What is subject? Subject. It is a long ago, Ariya Savago, you see. Ariya Savago, Vavutabedi, What is object of the Vavutabedi? Hetu Bajaye. He determines causes and conditions. So what kind of causes, what kinds of conditions? Avaija, bhavatana, kamma, aharadiki. These causes are avaija, bhavatana, kamma, ahara, and so on. He determines the causes, the conditions, which are avaija, bhavatana, kamma, ahara, and so on. Who determines? Ariya Savago. How does he determines? How? Ayam hedu. Ayam tassa hetu. Ayam tassa pachayo. This is its cause. This is its condition. So what is the object of the Vavutabedi? Hetu pachaya. He determines cause and conditions that, this is its cause. This is its condition. So tassa ayam hetu ayam bejo is how he determines. Hetu bejo is the object of the verb Vavutabedi. Avaija bhavatana kamma haradike is modifier to the hetu bejo. Just to say the hetu bejo is not sufficient to understand for the readers. It is necessary to give extra information. What is the hetu? What is bejo? Hetu bejo means avaija, bhavatana, kamma, ahara, and so on. Tassa ayam hetu Ayam Bejayo, Awaja Bawadana Gama Haradigi, Hedu Baji, Mawatabedi. Okay, good. And then we will stop now. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.